Chapter 317. Seeing that the words were at this point, the purple wheel god was no longer confused and said directly, "There are a lot of Tianjiao on Yinyu star, and from generation to generation of Tianjiao has also formed a force, and this force is called Tianjiao Pavilion. Tianjiao Pavilion is a loose organization of Tianjiao, and it is not a force in the strict sense. But many Tianjiao will be named in Tianjiao Pavilion. After all, it is difficult for Tianjiao to go further, and Tianjiao Pavilion has a lot of resources and inheritance, which is of great use to Tianjiao. At the same time, Tianjiao Pavilion is also a place where the top forces are playing. Once the Tianjiao of the forces under his command has created a prestige in the Tianjiao Pavilion, it will also be beneficial to that force. Wenfa Tianjiao, you are a foreign martial artist. You have no foundation in yin-yuxing. If you want to go further, you don't have much chance, and you don't even know the division of strength above Tianjiao. But once you are named in Tianjiao Pavilion, it is easy to get a lot of useful information and inheritance, and you can also compete with many Tianjiao. And Tianjiao Pavilion has a lot of places for great opportunities and great inheritances. If you don't name yourself in Tianjiao Pavilion, you won't have a chance to get it at all. I am looking for you this time, mainly in the hope that when you are named in Tianjiao Pavilion, you can use Qinfeng Giant City as your name." After the purple wheel god finished speaking, he waited for Yi Tian's answer. "Putting a name on Qinfeng Giant City?" Yi Tian was silent for a while and said, "If you do this, what good will it do for Qinfeng Giant City, and what good will it do for me?" The purple wheel god explained, "There are many benefits to Qinfeng Giant City. Because of some special reasons, some opportunities must have a Tianjiao city to have a place, and the young people of Qinfeng Giant City have not yet given birth to a Tianjiao. Even if we, Qinfeng Giant City, don't invite you, other giant cities will invite you to become the spokesperson of their city. In short, Qinfeng Giant City will be able to gain a lot of benefits. As for Wenfa Tianjiao, do you get the benefits? I can give you the following choices. One is a batch of resources and treasures, and the second choice is a reward for a small galaxy. You can become the owner of a small galaxy. With the power of the Silver Universe Star Qinfeng Giant City, it is not difficult to do this. Or, if you have other requirements, you can also ask for them." "Can I own a small galaxy?" Yi Tian was surprised. How valuable is a small galaxy, and if you master one, there are many benefits. "That's right," Purple Wheel God said. "The Milky Way galaxy is very large, with countless small galaxies, and the 9 main stars have absolute leadership. Except for the 9 main stars, the other galaxies are basically in the territory of some empires, but the royal family of those empires is basically controlled by the major forces of our 9 main stars. If it is only a small galaxy, in the eyes of us Yinyu star forces, it is just a place the size of a projectile. The reason I'm bringing this up is to guess that you're from a small galaxy and may care about it." The purple wheel god guessed correctly. Yi Tian did come from a small galaxy, the solar system. Before, when he was in the Centaur galaxy, he knew that the solar system, the Centaur galaxy, and many other galaxies were in one imperial territory, the Sun Wheel Empire. But the Sun Wheel Empire was just a manager on the surface, and the real Sun Wheel Empire only had the Sun Wheel Galaxy, and the other galaxies could not be managed at all. Because of this, small galaxies like the solar system go unnoticed. After all, it is more troublesome to cross galaxies. In addition, the Glory Pavilion and other forces have been secretly obstructing for many years, only to know that the solar system has not been noticed. But if any powerful force wants to occupy the solar system, the Earth will be in danger, and it will definitely become a colony of a powerful force, and the life of the Earthlings will definitely not be too comfortable. Now, when he heard the benefits given by the purple wheel god, his heart suddenly moved. If he wants the solar system, then in the galaxy, other forces will definitely not dare to touch the solar system, and they definitely don't want to be the enemy of yin-yuxing. "Is any galaxy okay?" Yi Tian asked. "That's not it," Purple Wheel God said with a smile. "If you want those galaxies under the name of some powerful existence, we can't arrange them. Some galaxies that have not been assigned, or those under the command of small forces, we can give them to you." "The solar system. Can this galaxy be given to me?" Yi Tian asked. "Solar system? I'll check." With a wave of his hand, a virtual frame appeared. The purple wheel god clicked on a map of the Milky Way and entered the 3 words, solar system. Wow! The solar system appeared on the map as a small galaxy at the very edge of the Milky Way. I found it. The solar system is at the edge of the Milky Way. The small galaxies in this area are not of high value, and the solar system is currently under the command of the Sun Wheel Empire. The Sun Wheel Empire is just a small empire, and the solar system is an ownerless galaxy. If you want, our Qin family can divide the solar system under your name. The purple wheel god assured. Well, I just want the solar system. As long as you do this, I am willing to use Qinfeng Giant City as the place to be named in Tianzhao Pavilion. How about it? Yi Tian said. Good. The purple wheel god smiled and made an agreement with Yi Tian. Here, this is the Tianzhao order of Qinfeng Giant City. Take this Tianzhao order to Tianzhao Pavilion to hang your name. It is enough to prove that you are the Tianzhao from Qinfeng Giant City, and it is enough to represent Qinfeng Giant City. The purple wheel god handed over a token and said. Yi Tian took the order of Tianzhao, with the word Tianzhao written on the front and the word Qinfeng written on the back. Where is Tianzhao Pavilion? Yi Tian asked. The purple wheel god said, the 9 supercontinents of Yinyu Star all have Tianzhao Pavilion branches, and the headquarters is in Yinyu Continent, and our Heavenly War Continent also has a Tianzhao Pavilion, and this Tianzhao Pavilion branch is in the Heavenly War main city. Qinfeng Giant City has a teleportation array leading to the Heavenly War main city, and it can go directly to the Heavenly War main city. Wanfa Tianzhao, if you go now, I can take you to the Tianzhao Pavilion branch. I'd better wait a little longer. Yi Tian thought for a while. The purple wheel god understood what Yi Tian meant, so he said, that's it. I'll arrange it in the next few days. It shouldn't be long before the solar system will be divided into your name, and then we will go to Tianzhao Pavilion. Thank you, purple wheel god. Then, Yi Tian hugged his fists. Immediately, Yi Tian left. After Yi Tian left, the city lord's mansion sent a god level to leave Yinyu Star to deal with the matter of the solar system. 5 days later, the Rylan Galaxy, the Rylan Empire. In the palace, an obese middle-aged man is enjoying a dance with a group of beautiful women. He is the emperor of the generation of the Rylan Empire, Zifeng Emperor, and his cultivation is also a god level. But he is a relatively weak god level, almost relying on the accumulation of various treasures, and he has no strong combat power. Suddenly, a god-level guard descended. Your Majesty, Yinyu Star has an order. The god-level guard spoke. The Purple Peak Emperor frowned and immediately scolded these beauties to go down. After there was no one else in the main hall, the Purple Peak Emperor asked, what order? The god-level guard below took out a scroll, and the scroll spread out. Some golden fonts flew out, forming a command indication. This order is to order the Rylan royal family to divide the solar system to Yinyuxing Wanfa Tianzhao, and they must not be disobeyed, otherwise the Rylan royal family will be destroyed. What? There is a Tianzhao who wants the solar system. Hurry up and do it. It's just a solar system. Give it immediately. Don't offend a Tianzhao and Yinyuxing. Tianzhao, he can't afford to offend, and Yinyuxing, he can't afford to offend even more. Although the Rylan Empire is not weak, it is not even as good as some powerful sects in the territory of the Rylan Empire. And the Rylan Empire is just a manager on the surface, and it is much weaker than the forces on Yinyu Star. If some big names in Yin Yuxing say a word, he will have to step down. Moreover, the Yinyu Star forces that can give orders to the Rylan Empire are definitely not something he can resist, and he doesn't want to lose his life because of a small solar system. Yes, Your Majesty, the god-level guard responded. The Rylan Empire soon issued a directive to divide the solar system into Wanfa Tianzhao Yitian, and since then, the solar system belongs to the territory of Wanfa Tianzhao, and other forces are not allowed to enter and leave the solar system at will. This incident did not cause too many waves. After all, what is the solar system? Many people do not know. A Tianzhao wants a broken galaxy to play. What is worth noting about this matter? They won't go to the solar system anyway, so naturally they don't pay too much attention to it. But no matter what, the solar system is now surnamed Yi, and it belongs to Yi Tian. And the Earth completely belongs to Yi Tian. Chapter 318. Yinyu Star, Qinfeng Giant City. The city lord's mansion sent someone to deliver a box to Yi Tian. After Yi Tian accepted it, he opened it and looked inside. He took a look. These were all kinds of documents, as well as the imperial seal of the Rylan Empire. All the agreement documents were witnessed by the law of contract. All of them were authentic and could not be forged. These document agreements all proved that the solar system was now owned by Yi Tian. He only needed to use his soul breath to integrate into these documents, and the agreement would take effect. The speed of Qin Feng Giant City is quite fast. It can be done so quickly. Yi Tian immediately used his soul breath to make these documents take effect. Rumble. The law of contract emerged and disappeared into the void. The agreement was officially in effect. At this point, Yi Tian had become the master of the solar system, and the Sunwheel Empire and Yinyu Star had both recognized it, which also meant that it had been recognized by all the forces in the entire galaxy. As long as Yi Tian did not cede the solar system, the other forces of the solar system would not be able to snatch it. If someone destroyed the solar system, he, as the master of the solar system, had the power of life and death. Smack! Yi Tian closed the box and received all these documents into the Void Mina realm. It's time to go to the city lord's mansion. Yi Tian got up and went out. Qin Feng Giant City gave him such a big benefit. If he didn't go to Tianzhao Pavilion, it would truly not be giving Qin Feng Giant City face. After a while, Yi Tian sat in the city lord's mansion and saw the purple wheel god again. Purple wheel god. Let's go to Tianzhao Pavilion. Yi Tian said bluntly. Good. The purple wheel god smiled and replied. Immediately, the purple wheel god took Yi Tian to a teleportation hall in the center of Qinfeng Giant City. This teleportation hall is usually not open to ordinary martial artists and is only available to powerhouses above the god level. This teleportation hall could be teleported to other giant cities in the Heavenly War continent, as well as to the main city. So it was very strictly controlled to prevent the loss of geniuses in Qinfeng Giant City. Otherwise, everyone would yearn for the main city, and if they all ran to the main city and didn't come back, wouldn't it make the talent flow of the giant city serious? Because of this, the warriors of the giant city are strictly controlled. It is easier to go to other giant cities, but it is difficult to go to the main city. The purple wheel god and Yi Tian were exceptions. One was god level, and the other was Tianzhao, so they were naturally unrestricted. The two of them crossed a long distance in the teleportation array and came to the main city of the Heavenly War. There are 18 main cities in the Heavenly War continent, and the Heavenly War main city is the main city that ranks first among the 18 main cities. Even the entire supercontinent is named after the Heavenly War main city, which shows the strength and prosperity of the Heavenly War main city. Wanfa Tianzhao, the main city of Tianzhan, has a lot of Tianzhao. You will naturally understand it after you name yourself at Tianzhao Pavilion, but it is best not to be too public at Tianzhao Pavilion at the beginning, otherwise, it is easy to be targeted by some Tianzhao. The purple wheel god reminded him. Thank you for the reminder. I understand. Yi Tian nodded. He had only just entered the Emperor level combat power, and there was an Emperor level above the Emperor level. Although it was not clear whether Yin Yuxing had an Emperor level peerless Tianzhao, with his current strength, he would definitely not be able to compete with those truly powerful Tianzhao. Entering the Heavenly War main city, Yi Tian used his copying talent to cover a radius of a kilometer and check the talents of these martial artists in the Heavenly War main city. Seeing this, Yi Tian was suddenly surprised. There were almost no ordinary people in the main city of the Heavenly War. All of them were martial artists, and they were basically martial artists with a top-level cultivation talent or above, among which there were many Morning Star and Huiwi level. The proportion of Shi-Ri level cultivation talent was not very low either. Among 1,000 people, there was almost one genius with a Sun level cultivation talent. You must know that it is also very rare for a Morning Star cultivation talent martial artist to be in a super base on Earth, but it has become an ordinary talent in the main city of Heavenly Battle. It deserves to be the main city of the Heavenly War. Yi Tian secretly commented. Along the way, Yi Tian kept checking and also saw several non-superior cultivation talents. This was checked from the street, and as for some places, they were shielded by powerful law formations, and it was difficult for copying talents to penetrate into them, so there was no way to find out the talents of the martial artists in those places. But he had to say that the talents of the martial artists of the heavenly warlord city were generally very high. Soon, the purple wheel god led Yu Tian to a majestic 9-story attic. This 9-story attic was actually a branch of Tianjiao Pavilion. Wanfa Tianjiao, this is the branch of Tianjiao Pavilion. You can go in by yourself. Tianjiao Pavilion only allows members of Tianjiao Pavilion to enter. Others are forbidden to enter. The purple wheel god said. He was not a member of the Tianjiao Pavilion, so he was not eligible to enter. Purple wheel god, then I'm going in. Yu Tian walked toward the Tianjiao Pavilion. When Yu Tian walked to the door of Tianjiao Pavilion, a voice sounded, "If you are not a member of Tianjiao Pavilion, you are forbidden to enter." Yu Tian urged the Tianjiao mark in the center of his eyebrows and proved his identity. "New Tianjiao, you can enter." The voice sounded again. Yu Tian passed through the formation of Tianjiao Pavilion and successfully entered. Whoosh! A machine spirit appeared in front of Yu Tian. "New Tianjiao, are you going to register as a member of Tianjiao Pavilion?" Machine spirit? Yu Tian was no stranger to machine spirits. Many weapons can give birth to machine spirits. It should be said that weapons above the dawn level can give birth to machine spirits. It only depends on whether the owner of the weapon is willing or not. If you don't want to, you can erase the consciousness of the machine spirit. Sometimes, however, the machine spirit can assist the master in his errands, which is much better than simple human power. I want to ask, are there any restrictions on the name of Tianjiao Pavilion? It was not that Yu Tian did not believe in the purple wheel god, but there was no harm in confirming it, so as not to be cheated by someone in the future. If it's really stupid and anyone believes it, sooner or later, someone will be sold. There are no restrictions. Tianjiao Pavilion is very free for its members, and Tianjiao Pavilion will not restrict the actions of Tianjiao. If a Tianjiao becomes a god, you can also directly join Tianjiao Pavilion and become the elders of Tianjiao Pavilion, the machine spirit explained. Yu Tian asked a lot of questions, and after confirming that there were no problems, he announced that he would register for Tianjiao Pavilion in his name. Machine spirit, this is my Tianjiao order. Yu Tian took out the Tianjiao order of the purple wheel god and said. The machine spirit took the Tianjiao order and began to register for Yu Tian. Registering. New Tianjiao, Wanfa Tianjiao. Real name, Yu Tian. Place of belonging, Qinfeng Giant City. Successful registration. Congratulations on becoming the 135,632nd Tianjiao of Tianjiao Pavilion. Whoosh! A ring suddenly appeared in front of Yu Tian. The machine spirit explained, this ring is the Tianjiao ring, which can connect to the virtual world of Tianjiao Pavilion, allowing you to land in the virtual world of Tianjiao Pavilion on Yinyu Star. At the same time, you can compete and communicate with other Tianjiao in the virtual world of Tianjiao Pavilion. Yu Tian accepted the Tianjiao ring, and after refining it, he put it on his hand. This is the basic information of Tianjiao Pavilion. You can browse it. The machine spirit took out another book of materials and handed it to Yu Tian. Yu Tian didn't look at it but put it away, and the machine spirit disappeared. Tianjiao Pavilion was very large, but it was very empty inside. But Yu Tian knew that there must be great power sitting in Tianjiao Pavilion. Yu Tian tried to use his copying talent to envelop the entire Tianjiao Pavilion branch, but he was suppressed to a range of 10 meters. He wanted to replicate the talent of the Heavenly Pavilion, and this idea was about to fail. At this time, Yu Tian had successfully been named in Tianjiao Pavilion, and his personal information had also been included in all Tianjiao Pavilion branches and headquarters. So there was no need to reside in Tianjiao Pavilion branches. In fact, other Tianjiao basically didn't come to the Tianjiao Pavilion branch very often. Otherwise, it wouldn't be so deserted here. So, Yu Tian turned around and left. When Yu Tian came out, the purple wheel god was still standing there. Obviously, the purple wheel god still knew a lot about Tianjiao Pavilion, and he knew that Yu Tian would come out soon, so he didn't leave. Wanfa Tianjiao, it seems that you have registered as a member of Tianjiao Pavilion. If you're going back, let's go back together. The purple wheel god said. Good. Yu Tian nodded. The two left together and returned to Qinfeng Giant City. Along the way, the purple wheel god reminded Yu Tian of some things, such as letting Yu Tian understand Tianjiao Pavilion first. The focus was on the points of Tianjiao Pavilion. Every point of Tianzhao Pavilion was very precious and could not be used indiscriminately. For the reminder of the purple wheel god, Yi Tian kept it in mind. Back home, Yi Tian opened the basic information of Tianzhao Pavilion and looked at it page by page. Chapter 319. After a long time, Yi Tian finished reading the basic information of Tianzhao Pavilion. As he knew, Tianzhao Pavilion was a loose organization, originally formed by a group of several powerful Tianzhao, who had already grown up and become the top existence of Yinyu Star, only to cultivate Tianzhao. Yinyuxing's celestial arrogance is strong, and going out to break through will naturally bring Yinyuxing a good reputation, which is mutually beneficial. Moreover, the real high-level human beings in the universe will also give Tianzhao a lot of support, and the establishment of Tianzhao Pavilion is also beneficial to those top existences, and they will naturally help Tianzhao grow up. There are many benefits to being named in Tianzhao Pavilion. The first is to broaden your horizons so as not to become a frog at the bottom of a well. Second, they can get in touch with some big opportunities, even those that are within reach, and the Tianzhao of Tianzhao Pavilion is undoubtedly the first to have qualifications. If they are not named in Tianzhao Pavilion, they naturally have no chance to get those big opportunities. And one of the biggest benefits of becoming a Tianzhao Pavilion member is inheritance. For example, some 9-star defense secret skills, the top powers are reluctant to take them out for the geniuses under their command to practice, but in Tianzhao Pavilion, the 9-star defense secret skills can be learned, but they need points. In addition, there are all kinds of sword skills, blade skills, etc. As long as Yi Tian has points, he can buy many god-level sword skills and claw skills. These precious knowledge are almost difficult to learn in the outside world, but they are easy to learn in Tianzhao Pavilion. But there are some things that Tianzhao Pavilion doesn't have, and that is cultivation resources. Cultivation resources need to be obtained and searched for by the Tianzhao themselves. Otherwise, if everything is provided, the Tianzhao will also become lazy and lose their competitive heart, which is equivalent to raising a group of useless Tianzhao who can't fight. Because of this, Tianzhao Pavilion can provide inherited knowledge and provide great opportunities, but it needs to work on its own. Yi Tian had just registered as a member of Tianzhao Pavilion and gained 100 points, and these 100 points were very precious. It is very difficult to get points in Tianzhao Pavilion, because Tianzhao Pavilion does not accept exchanges, and there is no way to exchange other treasures for points. There are only the following channels to become points. First, Tianzhao bets. The virtual world occasionally has Tianzhao people to fight, and the bet is points. If you can win, you will naturally win a lot of points, which is allowed by Tianzhao Pavilion. Second, report to the place of great opportunity to get a certain number of points. For example, if Yi Tian reported that the Earth had a metaverse, he would definitely get a lot of points, but it would be impossible for him to report it. Third, complete the tasks of Tianzhao Pavilion. Tianzhao Pavilion will occasionally release some tasks. Once completed, you can get some points, and this is the main channel for Tianzhao to get points. Fourth, break into the sky. The Emperor level has an Emperor level division of combat power, from the 1-star Emperor level to the 9-star Emperor level, and Tianzhao also has a similar division, but most people don't know it. Emperor level Tianzhao is divided into 1-star to 5 stars, and 5-star Tianzhao is just a 6-star peerless Tianzhao, that is, Emperor level combat power. Yi Tian is now at the level of 1-star Tianzhao, belonging to the weakest category of Tianzhao, and the combat power of the 6-star peerless Tianzhao is comparable to the strength of a god-level powerhouse with 9-star Emperor-level achievements. And the strength of the 9-star peerless Tianzhao is even more terrifying. They easily kill the god-level powerhouses of the 9-star Emperor-level achievements in seconds, and their strength is terrifying to the extreme. But how difficult it is to become a 9-star peerless Tianzhao. At least you have to break the 19th physical limit and have a lot of anti-heaven talents to assist in combat. Only by combining various strengths and breaking the shackles can you expect to achieve the 9-star peerless Tianzhao. And Tianzhao Tower is the place to verify Tianzhao's strength. 1-star Tianzhao can't even break through the first layer, because only 2-star Tianzhao can break through the first layer of Tianzhao Tower and get some points. After breaking the 15th physical limit, each time the physical limit is broken, there will be a small transformation of physical strength, and the physical strength is 3 times that of the previous one. The physical strength increases greatly. If I break the 16th physical limit now, my body strength will increase by 3 times, and the power of speed, defense, and talent will also be greatly increased, and my strength should be enough to step into the level of 2-star Tianjiao, or even 3-star Tianjiao. Yi Tian estimated it and said secretly. But it was very difficult to break the 16th physical limit, and he didn't have enough resources for the time being, so he didn't think about it. Therefore, he can't use Tianjiao Tower to earn points now. What he was thinking about now was how to use Tianjiao Pavilion to improve his strength. Let's enter the virtual world of Tianjiao Pavilion first. Yi Tian activated the Tianjiao ring and entered the virtual world. Whoosh! The soul consciousness entered the virtual world, and Yi Tian came to a temple, which was his residence in the virtual world of Tianjiao Pavilion. Ding! You have unknown information. Ding! You have unknown information. Ding! You have unknown information. A flurry of voices rang out. Yi Tian clicked on the information and looked at it one by one. The results were all information that came to challenge him. The above content was basically that some Tianjiao wanted to get to know him, learn from each other, and enhance their feelings. There was no doubt that these Tianjiao wanted to win his points. If he hadn't looked at the basic information of Tianjiao Pavilion and came to the virtual world rashly, he might really be fooled. There is also a virtual network in the virtual world of Tianjiao Pavilion, on which you can query a lot of useful information. For example, you can see the Yinyu Star Tianjiao list from above. Since the establishment of Tianjiao Pavilion, many Tianjiao have been born in countless years, and it can be seen from Yi Tian's record that he is the 135,632nd Tianjiao of Tianjiao Pavilion. But in this generation, Yin Yuxing's Tianjiao Pavilion does not have too many Tianjiao. 312 Tianjiao. Yi Tian counted the names on the list for several days. This is the Tianjiao of the entire Yinyu star, which is distributed to a supercontinent, and each supercontinent is only more than 30 Tianjiao, and a supercontinent is more than 30 Tianjiao, which is very few. It's not that it's difficult to cultivate Tianjiao. The top forces on Yinyu star can also cultivate some, but Tianjiao can't stay at the emperor level all the time. Many Tianjiao will choose to impact the god level when they see that they don't have a chance to improve their strength, and they won't stay at the emperor level for too long. As a result, the number of Tianjiao has not been much. Yi Tian swept Tianjiao's ranking, and he was not in 312, but in 311, and there was another Tianjiao's name below him, which should have become Tianjiao in the last few days, so the ranking was below him. Closing the Tianjiao ranking list, Yi Tian went to the Points Mall. Tianjiao Pavilion's Points Mall sells some inherited knowledge, but it also sells chance. Yi Tian walked around, and he really valued an opportunity. Yinyu Star, the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm will be opened in 15 days. Spend 30 points to get the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm. Heavenly Sword Secret Realm. Yi Tian felt that the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm must have something to do with the blade, and he was a blade master. So he went to check the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm, and then he understood the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm. There is a Heavenly Sword tablet in the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm, which is a strange thing and is as high as 8 stars. The 8-star Wonder Heavenly Sword tablet can help blade masters comprehend the way of the blade, and the speed of improvement is very amazing, but every time the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm is opened, there is only 1 month, and it takes 30 points at a time. Even the Tianjiao are very reluctant. But he had to say that the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm is definitely a treasure for the blade masters, but the number of people who visit the Heavenly Sword tablet cannot be too large. Once the number is too large, it will consume the power of the Heavenly Sword tablet. For example, the Enlightenment Monument is also like this. It is impossible to let people participate in enlightenment infinitely. The number of people must be limited. Otherwise, the effect of the Enlightenment Monument will become worse and worse. Only by limiting the number of people can the strange thing maintain its effect for a long time. Therefore, the number of places to visit the Heavenly Sword Monument is limited. The Tianjiao can enter for some points, while other martial artists need to pay a certain price to enter the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm. If Yi Tian was not a member of the Heavenly Pavilion, he would not have thought of entering the Heavenly Sword secret realm at all. Heavenly Sword Tablet. I have 10 times the time to speed up, and I have a top understanding. If I go to the Heavenly Sword secret realm to comprehend, wouldn't it be a reverse effect? And I am definitely not the only Tianzhao who goes to the Heavenly Sword secret realm. Those Tianzhao may have Huihui level blade talents. I can copy their blade talents and let my blade skills talent transform into a Shiri level blade talent. Yi Tian's heart moved. Buy. Yi Tian spent 30 points and obtained a place to enter the Heavenly Sword secret realm. Chapter 320. After purchasing a place in the Heavenly Sword secret realm, Yi Tian was notified by the Points Mall to go to the Heavenly Pavilion branch to receive a Heavenly Sword secret realm key, and only through the secret realm key could he enter the Heavenly Sword secret realm. So, Yi Tian came to the main city of the Heavenly War through the teleportation array and entered the Heavenly Pavilion branch to receive the secret key of the Heavenly Sword secret realm. The Heavenly Sword secret realm would open in more than 10 days, and Yi Tian needed to go there by himself. Tianzhao Pavilion would not send Yi Tian over, and the Heavenly Sword secret realm was located near the Red River Giant City of the Heavenly War continent. So, Yi Tian took the teleportation array and came to the Red River Giant City in advance. The Red River Giant City is one of the 72 giant cities in the Heavenly War continent, and its scale and strength are not weaker than those of Qinfeng Giant City. Since there was still a period of time until the day of the opening of the Heavenly Sword secret realm, Yi Tian rested in a hotel in the Red River Giant City. In addition to cultivating every day, he would take a stroll around the Red River Giant City to find useful talents. In the past few days, he had also copied a lot of talents, but it did not help his strength. Just in the spirit of copying if he could, and not wasting the opportunity to copy, he had copied some more. Maybe these talents would be useful in the future. In a flash, the day of the opening of the Heavenly Sword secret realm had arrived. Yi Tian left the Red River Giant City and rushed to the Heavenly Sword secret realm. After flying for a long time, he finally came to the place where the Heavenly Sword secret realm was located, the Red Wind River. The Red Wind River is a tributary of the Red River, and the Heavenly Sword secret realm is above this river. At this time, on the Red Wind River, a group of warriors had gathered. Yi Tian's arrival attracted the attention of some people. Little guy, which force are you a descendant of? Do you have the secret key of the Heavenly Sword secret realm? Why did you come here alone? A god-level gaze looked over, revealing a hint of ill will. Yi Tian glanced at the other party lightly, and the Tianzhao mark in the center of his eyebrows appeared. Tianzhao. As soon as the god level saw Yi Tianzhao's imprint, he immediately shifted his gaze, and the ill-intentioned thought in his heart was immediately put away. If Yi Tian didn't have any background, but just accidentally got the secret key of the Heavenly Sword secret realm, he might still snatch it, but the other party was Tianzhao. He didn't dare to make a move. Otherwise, he would be looking for death. You should be the Wanfa, Tianzhao, who has just been promoted. An emperor-level young man spoke. Yi Tian looked over and saw that this young man also had a Tianzhao mark on his eyebrows. Obviously, he was also a Tianzhao. Whoosh! A group of emperor-level eyebrows flashed the mark of Tianzhao. There were a total of 7 Tianzhao. Plus him, it was 8 Tianzhao. I'm Wanfa, Tianzhao, Yi Tian admitted. I'm Zigong, Tianzhao. I'm Thundering. I'm the Pride of the Wind. A group of Tianzhao reported their identities. After Yi Tian listened, the information of these Tianzhao appeared in his mind. Except for Zigong, Tianzhao, the other 6 Tianzhao were basically 2-star and 3-star Tianzhao. But Zigong, Tianzhao, was a 4-star Tianzhao, and his strength was very strong. 7 Tianzhao appeared in front of Yi Tian, and Yi Tian immediately approached and used his copying talent. Whoosh! A group of Tianzhao's talents appeared on Yi Tian's retina. It's all Huihui level blade talents. Yi Tian was secretly surprised. He didn't say a word. He copied 2 Huihui level blade talents, and as long as he fused these 2 Huihui level blade talents, his blade talent could be upgraded to the Shiri level. Then, Yi Tian checked the talents of other martial artists. The highest was only the Huihui level blade talent, and there was no Shiri level blade talent, which showed how rare the Shiri level blade talent was. Wanfa, Tianzhao, you're really willing. You just became a member of Tianzhao Pavilion, and you only have 100 points in your hand, and you are even willing to spend 30 points to come to the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm, Lei Ming, Tianzhao, said. It's a waste if you don't spend points. Besides, I also use blades. The Heavenly Sword Secret Realm is of great help to me. Why don't you come? Yi Tian said in a deep voice. A few, Tianzhao, spoke word by word, and time passed quickly. Suddenly, 3 figures appeared in the void, and the aura on their bodies was very terrifying. They were 3 true gods. Meet the Black Water God. Meet the true god of the crane. Meet the true god of Jin Yao. A god level saluted the 3 true gods. The other, Tianzhao, also greeted the 3 true gods. Although they were Tianzhao, it did not mean that they could have the status of true gods. Tianzhao is just protected. Others don't dare to provoke you, but if they don't mess with you, it's a big deal not to deal with you. But the true gods are different. They rely on real strength, and there is a huge force under their command. Ordinary god-level people cannot be afraid of Tianzhao, but they have to be afraid of true gods. Otherwise, if a true god makes a move, he can kill a god-level god with a single thought from thousands of miles away. To be able to become a true god-level powerhouse, his talent is at least superior, perhaps at the desolate level. Yi Tian saw a true god-level powerhouse for the first time, and he wanted to know their talents. If he could copy the 2 desolate level cultivation talents, he could once again fuse them into a higher level cultivation talent. Slowly approaching, he only needed to get 1,000 meters closer, and he could check the talent of the other party. After a while, Yi Tian was already 1,000 meters closer. Check! Yi Tian urged his copying talent. Suddenly, the talent of the 3 true gods appeared in his sight. After reading it, Yi Tian was very disappointed. The cultivation talents of these 3 true gods were all non-superior, and the other talents were not very rebellious. Not a single god-level talent. Some were even pseudo-mysterious level talents. For the Tianzhao, the talents of these true gods were not worth mentioning, but their cultivation was much higher. It's a pity, Yi Tian said darkly. However, it was very normal that they had not been able to replicate the desolate level cultivation talent. Even the talents of these 7 Tianzhao were only non-superior, not the desolate level, and the desolate level cultivation talent must be very rare on Yunyu Star. Qin Zixuan's grandfather should be a desolate level cultivation talent, but there were only a few desolate level cultivation talents in the entire Qinfeng giant city. He couldn't see each other at all, and it was naturally hopeless to copy their desolate level cultivation talents. Of course, Yi Tian was not very disappointed. After all, he had copied the Huihui level blade talent this time, which was enough to raise his blade talent to the Shiri level. So why was there anything he was not satisfied with? After a while, another Tianzhao came, and this time, a total of 9 Tianzhao entered the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm. Boom! There was a roar and vibration in the void. The Heavenly Sword Secret Realm was about to open. Crack! The space cracked, and a huge portal appeared in the sky. It was a bronze gate with countless law formations on it. The entrance to the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm has been transformed into this. What a powerful method! Yi Tian was quite surprised. Whoosh! A famous warrior rushed into the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm. Suddenly, when a warrior rushed into the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm, he was shocked out by a ray of light and was seriously injured. That martial artist was a god-level martial artist. How come? Why can't I get in? The god-level powerhouse looked confused. Your Heavenly Sword Secret Realm key is fake, so naturally, you can't get in. Another god-level spoke. Impossible. I bought it at a huge cost. How can it be fake? The god-level powerhouse's eyes widened, completely incredulous. If you don't believe it, forget it. The other gods shook their heads and flew into the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm. And the god level who couldn't enter tried several times, but couldn't. It was obvious that his secret realm key was really fake. Then he went in a rage to find someone to settle the score. Poor fellow, Yi Tian said darkly. Even if this person went to settle accounts with others, it was estimated that he would not be able to find anyone. Without a certain background, you can't get the secret key of the Heavenly Sword Secret Realm at all. And even if you buy it from some channels, it's basically fake. You rarely buy the real one. Yi Tian wasn't worried that his secret realm key was fake. It was given by Tianjiao Pavilion. The Tianjiao Pavilions, Tianjiao, have the first right to enter, and the secret realm key owned by the Tianjiao Pavilion naturally cannot be fake. Whoosh! A group of Tianjiao passed through the bronze gate and flew into the Heavenly Sword secret realm. Yi Tian also successfully entered the Heavenly Sword secret realm.